Good afternoon. First of all, thank you for watching this video. First of all, I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Ahmad Ridhwan. I'm from the class of LA01. I'm here and I'm going to present to you about esports. I'm going to talk about mainly three things. First of all, the definition of esports. The second one, the history of esports and its current state. And the third one is the impact of esports to society. For the sake of the effectivity of the presentation, I'm going to be taking questions after the presentation ends. The presentation will take about 7 minutes or more, so please bear with me. So first of all, what is esports exactly? Esports can be defined by the dictionary and by the meaning. By dictionary, it is constructed into two: electronic and sports. Electronic means it is run by a computer, by a system, and sport means that it is a competition where the individual or the team compete against one another for the sake of entertainment. So basically, esport means is a form of competition using video games. And by context, esports as an industry is one of the biggest industry with the biggest growth for the last decades. The growth has been compared to from the money of 1 million to 20 million or 30 million as a whole. And how did it start? So how is this legacy, how did esports get this big? First of all, we're going to go into the year of 1972. It was the first officially recorded tournament of esports. It was recorded in the University of Stanford in California. It was a game of Space War. If you do not know, Space War is a game where we play as a spaceman, we're shooting aliens. And the second tournament is held in Dallas, Texas in 1990. It was a game of Nintendo. With the reveal of Nintendo, with the release of Nintendo, it was a tournament called Nintendo World Championship was created. And the third one will be in UCLA, University of California, Los Angeles. It was made in 2002. The EVO Championship Series was made after the successful release of the game Street Fighter. If you do not know, Street Fighter is a game where two people with one another fight using characters. And the last one, the G7 was made in 2006. G7 was made by 7 of the most well-known organizations in the esports. The goal is to create a stability in the scene of esports. So 7 of it, 4 of these organizations is made in Europe, 2 is from South America, and 1 from North America. Though it's dissolved in 2009, the goal of this organization to create a stability in the scene of esports, not only for the players, but for teams, for the casters, for all figures that involved, is successful. And how is it right now? So how does the so-called 10%, 10 times better growth of esports, like I said, how is it right now? First of all, I'm going to talk about the huge tournaments. These are 3 of the biggest tournaments that is held in 2019. Like I told you, in the first time in 2011, the biggest prize pool in esports was 1 million. Now we have 3 championship alone, which prize pool is more than 5 million. First of all, we have the League of Legends World Championship 2019 with a prize pool of 5.5 million. The next one will be the Fortnite World Cup 2019, which prize pool of 30.9 million. And third and biggest one is the International 2019 of Dota 2. It also held the record of the biggest tournament with the biggest prize pool with $34 million, with 15 million goes to the first place winner. Next one, I'm going to talk about the Forbes 30 anniversary. If you don't know what it is, I'm going to explain it. The Forbes 30 anniversary is a list issued by the economic magazine Forbes. It issues 30 figures from each industry whose age is under 30 and has big influence in said industry. In the industry of video games, we have a few names that comes from the scene of esports. Be it caster, be it a professional player, be it a developer. So the first one I'm going to talk about Ninja, or his real name is Tyler Levens. Tyler is a former professional StarCraft player, Halo player, and is currently a streamer in Mixer. he held the biggest record of most stream with most watch, which is about 350,000 people. And other than that, he also held a lot of stream for charity. For example, against Americans against what is it again? Americans against anemia, Americans against autism, and so on. The second one, I'm going to talk about Johann Sunstein. His engagement is no tail. He is one of the most well-known Dota 2 players of all time. He currently held the record of the player with the most international win, with 2, and the first one to win 2 in a row. The third one would be Lee Sang-hyuk, also known as Faker. He is also known as the best League of Legends players of all time. Since his debut in 2013, he has reached the world final in all but one of his champions, all but one of his adventure, and won 3 of them. So he holds the record of as the League of Legends player with the most wins. Oops, sorry. So what impact does it bring? I'm not going to talk about the impact that video games bring because I'm talking about esports as a whole. I'm going to talk about the impact that the esports scene brings. So first of all, I'm going to talk about the new dimension of jobs. Esports as an industry brings a lot of dimension of jobs. For example, you can be a caster, you can be a player, you can be a camera guy, you can be a host, even you can be a statistician for professional teams. So it brings a lot of jobs offers for a lot of people who might need it. The second would be scholarships. Because esports is a young industry, which when pro players mostly aged between 18 or 17 to 25, most of them are still in high school or still in university. Therefore, professional teams tend to look to domestic or local leagues or local tournaments, university tournaments, and look for the bright stars, and then they recruit them, they give them scholarships to play for them. And the third would be chance for people to explore and to expose themselves, As you know, the stigmatism is that video games is an entertainment for someone who doesn't do sports, who doesn't do physical sports. And people tend to be bullied for favoring video games rather than physical sports. With this, we can prove that these people, this video game player, can also be successful, can also not be bullied, can also be successful for what they love, to do. But I'm not only going to talk about the positive parts, there are also a lot of negatives. The first one will be addiction. I'm not going to talk about addiction to video games, I'm going to talk about addiction to the esports scene as a whole. For example, you love to watch esports and then you spend a lot of hours doing it, you're addicted, or you want to go to events which cost a lot more. For example, the average cost of going to an esports event is about $120 more. The second one, the second impact would be unprofessional conduct. For example, if you are a pro player and you do not have a lot of money, and then you get an offer to throw your game or to gamble or to do performance enhancing drugs, this is called unprofessional conduct. It can lead you to a ban or even worse, prison. And the third one would be, which is the most important point of the whole, is not everyone can make it. Just like physical sports, in the scene of esports, with outside a few hundred players who become successful, there's a few 100,000 that doesn't make it. It is not only based on skills, but also based on chances and luck. So if you're good, even if you think you're that good, you might not make it. So if you want to make a career in esports, you have to think about the second line, about the backup and alternative. And I'm going to lead to the conclusion. I'm going to take a quote from one of the CEO of the organization of esports. The esports scene is growing massive in a global scale. Everyone wants to take part of it. Bear in mind, this quote was taken in 2013 when esports was not as big as much as right now. But it can also be, it has been predicted since a couple of years ago that esports is going to be big, esports is going to be successful, going to be the leading industry, and if you want to take your chance in this industry, it is right now. So, if there are any questions, I assume there's none, so I'm going to end this presentation and thank you.